In the 1600s in Japan, the faith was seemingly, by the emperor, by the rulers, extinguished. I don't know if you know the name St. Paul Miki and companions. We just celebrated his feast day a few weeks ago, but he and his companions were crucified. The government at the time sought to get rid of every vestige of Catholicism, Christianity, in that country, in that kingdom. And for all intents and purposes, they did. Bibles were outlawed. There were no priests allowed. And so for 250 years, there was nothing. Completely secular society, and anyone who had a trace of Catholicism was wiped out. So 250 years later, when the first foreigners were allowed back into Japan, it had been a closed society, when they were allowed back in, they found that there were large groups of hidden Christians. How in the world is that possible? 250 years, what is that, 10 generations had gone without any vestige outward of the faith, but yet it was still vibrant and living without anything. No churches, no Bibles, no sacraments, no nothing. How did it live for 250 years without anything? Because what Jesus says in the gospel is true. No one who lights a lamp conceals it with a vessel or sets it under a bed. You cannot suppress God. It is not possible. We can try. We can try in us. Oh, God doesn't exist. Or we can turn away from him, even if we believe in him. We can decide that we're not interested in listening to this part or that part or whatever. But he goes on because he's true. And there's nothing that we can do as a human being to shut him out, to close him down. How silly is that? The proof is in the Japanese. They tried, but he continued. And he doesn't continue so that he can destroy us. He continues so that we might have life. Brothers and sisters, Padre Pio, who we celebrate today, in confession was known to read hearts. Why? Because God can't be concealed. God can't be hidden. God is in the person who we think is most unavailable to God. Brothers and sisters, there is hope for everyone. Why? Because God is true. We don't make God present today. He is present. Brothers and sisters, he lives on. Whether we want him to or not, whether we try to push him aside or not, he lives on because he is true. There is no hiding him. And thank God for that. We do our best. But brothers and sisters, he loves us so much that his presence burns and cannot be concealed. And that burning is eternal life for you and for me. Thank God, the strength of our God that pours and endures into eternity. And let us join him so that we may live with him for eternity. Praise be Jesus Christ, King of the universe. St. Padre Pio, pray for us. Please stand.